Sadly, that does not surprise me, like not even a little bit. But I will say this before I get to the rest of this little rant here. I will say this. If you want to do the best thing you can for your health and the health of your family, start treating added sugar or high sugar products like you would alcohol with the same care. Start thinking of it as not only an addictive substance, but start thinking of it as a substance that is for pleasure only. It serves no nutritional purpose, and it only has negatives besides the pleasure it delivers. That is it. If I can leave you with nothing else, if you don't watch anything else of this video or any of the rest of my content, start thinking of processed sugar like you would alcohol or another drug. If you do that and you start taking the same care you would with that, it would be a healthier life for you. So that is just a quick piece of advice I have for everybody. But that does not surprise me at all. Like, we live in a society that does not want to think that there is any problem with anything like that. That's the issue. That's one of the problems with just this acceptance of unhealthy behaviors that lead to morbid obesity. Because the thing is, morbid obesity and the obesity rate, that is just a symptom of the underlying issue of how poorly we eat and how poorly we treat our bodies. It is the end result that results in many other very poor negative end results, such as cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, those sorts of things. It is how we treat our bodies. It's the habits we have around it. That's why in my wife and I's coaching, we focus on the habits of the person, not the weight. We oftentimes don't have people weigh in for months at a time. We just have them check in with all their food, check in with all their behaviors and habits, check in with cravings, their hunger levels. Those are the important things. You know, it is like so terrible for our society to have accepted that, you know, obesity is just fine. And jamming thousands of calories of ultra-processed foods and sugar-laden items into our faces is absolutely okay when diabetes and obesity is skyrocketing. Diabetes is an evil illness. The problem with it is people think that it can just be cured by another insulin shot. It cannot. Like, once you are type 2 diabetic and especially insulin-dependent diabetic, your life is seriously shortened and it's going to be fucking painful. Like, accept that. It's going to be painful. The chances of diabetic amputation are very, very, very high. Extremely high. The wave of diabetic amputations we have coming in the next 5-10 years after the great fattening of 2020 is going to be staggering. It's going to be horrific. And people don't seem to get it. That's the issue. It is not a matter of trying to make people feel bad for being fat. It is a matter of trying to save people's lives, their feet, their eyesight. After a diabetic amputation, people normally live about another 2 years and then they die. We are at a very serious tipping point, and we have people enabling people to keep with these unhealthy habits. It's tragic, but I see it all the damn time.